the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Camden and welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Everton's 0-0 draw at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea in what for me was a very good performance by the Blues. Marco Silva's team holding out for a draw at Stamford Bridge for the last 5 minutes, I'd say. Other than that, I don't really think we did hold out. I think we were fantastic all game. We pressured Chelsea, we pressed them high up the field, and we made sure that every time they got an opportunity, we defended it brilliantly. I think Yerry Mina was absolutely fantastic on his first full Premier League debut, and we'll go on to talk about that in a little bit more detail in a little bit. Lucas Dean, again, brilliant. And I think when we attacked well. We just lacked a little bit more forcefulness in the final third, but I think we were fantastic today and we deserved the point that we got at Stamford Bridge. Now, Marco Silva lined up with a very similar starting 11 to the one that beat Brighton and Hove Albion 3-1 at Goodison Park last week. In fact, it was pretty much the same starting 11 with Yerry Mina coming in for Kurt Zouma, of course, because Kurt Zouma was ineligible to play. We sort of knew that was going to happen. It was the exact same predicted start. It was the exact same starting 11 that I predicted. I don't think Marco Silva could have changed it, to be honest. I think the likes of Richarlison up front, obviously fantastic against Brighton. Bernard on the left played very, very well. Walcott on the right as well had a good game against Brighton, so I don't think he could have changed it much, and he didn't. He brought Mina in, and Mina, I think, was absolutely fantastic today and proved that, you know, he is going to be a big player for Everton in the future. So the game started and Everton had chances. We did have our fair share of chances. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea come into the game in the second half and they looked like the team that were going to score, but Everton had our chances. You know, you had Bernard with a very good chance in the first half. He also had the chance where the ball fell to his feet and he couldn't quite get it out of his feet. Gylfi Sigurdsson having a very good chance as well. We played fantastically in this game, and I don't care what anyone says, we've gone to one of the best teams in the league, one of the hardest places to go to in Stamford Bridge against a very, very good Chelsea team, and we've come out with a draw and we've showed everyone that we can play very attractive counter-attacking football, and we didn't go in and sit back. Okay, he brought Jagielka on with 15 minutes to go far at the back, and that's fair enough. You know, we were struggling and we were looking like the team that were going to concede at that point, so I've got no issues with them bringing Jagielka on to help Yerry Mina and to help Michael Keane. But I think overall today we did everything to deserve a point, and we were fantastic, and it's proven that the football that we're playing under Marco Silva is so much better than it was under Sam Allardyce or ever under Ronald Koeman, and it's absolutely unbelievable to think how far we've come in such a short period of time. It's unbelievable. So without further ado, we'll go into my key player and the key moments. So I've popped it up there. My key player for this game was Lucas Dean. I think Lucas Dean was absolutely fantastic from start to finish. He had Eden Hazard, he had Willian, he had whoever played next to him in his pocket all game, and he was brilliant. Don't get me wrong, he faded a little bit towards the end of the second half, and you think you could see his tiredness and his legs were starting to catch up with him. But for me, he was brilliant in this game, and he showed that how important it was for us to bring in a left back, how important it was for us to bring in a player of that quality, someone that can go up against the very best in the league and make sure that they don't get a sniff at goal all game. Don't get me wrong, Eden Hazard had a couple of chances, but I don't think that was anything to do with Lucas Dean. I think he was brilliant today. Absolutely fantastic performance by him. For the key moment, I've gone with midfield masterclass. The reason I've gone with this is because I think Andre Gomes and Idrissa Gana Gueye were unbelievable today. They controlled the game. They made sure that Jorginho didn't have enough time on the ball. They made sure that Cesc Fabregas, when he come on, didn't have enough time on the ball. They kept N'Golo Kante quiet as well. They made sure that whenever the ball was in that centre of midfield, we had it or we were winning it back and we were dictating the play. And don't get me wrong, like I said, Chelsea did perform well in the second half. They definitely looked like the team that were going to score, but overall in the game, I think we were fantastic in that midfield area at just holding the ball up and creating chances for ourselves, and we did. There was a couple of times when we got behind the Chelsea back line and we created the chances, and we just didn't put them away. I think we were a bit sloppy in the final third, if I'm being honest. Like I said, the Bernard chances that he had, Theo Walcott has one where if his touch is a little bit better, he's through on goal, and you know, who knows, it could be 1-0. But I think overall we were brilliant today, and we done more than to deserve the points. And I think a lot of Evertonians will be coming out that game quite disappointed that we didn't come away with the 3 points. One thing I'll say about today's game is that we went to a title contender's backyard, we went to their home ground, and we proved that we can play football. We proved that Marco Silva has really had a massive impact on this team. We've seen Yerry Mina come in for his first full game in an Everton shirt, which now means we've seen every one of Marco Silva and Marcel Brands' signings, and for me, they've all been revolutionary, they've all been fantastic. You know, Bernard created the most chances in an Everton shirt, while still, you know, we could still see that he wasn't fully fit, and that, you know, we're still going to get a lot more from Bernard, but he created chances, he got in behind the defence, and, you know, maybe with a little bit more sharpness and a little bit more work on his final ball and his shooting, he's going to be a cracking player. Lucas Dean, like I said, absolutely quality today. Man of the match for me. It was a tough one between him and Gylfi Sigurdsson. I thought Gylfi Sigurdsson, for me today, epitomised that midfield, because Chelsea are a very, very, very tough team to face, because their midfield are packed with players that will chase you down, will hack you down, and will do anything to get the ball off you. And you know, it's very easy to go to a place like Stamford Bridge and feel that pressure and shy away and not want to touch the ball, and every time you get the ball, always look somewhere to you know, have it out. And Gylfi Sigurdsson didn't do that. He relished the opportunity to have the ball, keep the ball, and when he lost it, or when we lost it, he was straight back in, and he was you know, tackling players, tackling Chelsea players. He was making sure that the likes of Kovacic and N'Golo Kante and Jorginho knew he was there, and I think that's something we've seen from Gylfi Sigurdsson all season. I think he's obviously being told by Marco Silva, press and win the ball back, and I think he's been absolutely fantastic at doing it all season. We've seen it again today. He was pressing high up the pitch every time the defence had the ball, every time the keeper had the ball, he was there on the toes constantly. Every time the midfield had the ball going forward, he was behind them, making it hard for them, and that's why for me I was disappointed to see him go off for Jagielka. I did understand the change, but I did think it maybe could have been, you know, an Andre Gomez or somebody else that could have made way, because I think Gylfi Sigurdsson was absolutely fantastic today. But like I said, Lucas Dean does, you know, he picks up the man of the match for me. He was brilliant. He, at every opportunity he had to clear the ball, he did, and he done it well, and he made sure that defensively we were tight. And that's one thing I said in the preview to this game. I said coming into this game, we're going to go to a team that are title contenders. Let's be honest, they are. With Manchester City and with, you know, them other lot across the road that we don't like to talk about, Chelsea are title contenders. They're unbeaten, they're still unbeaten, even after today's game. So it was important that every opportunity they got, we kept a tight defence and we made sure we had the ball out, and we did. And it was one of them performances where you're watching it and you're thinking, it's only a matter of time here before one of these chances goes in, And okay, you might say we got a little bit of luck with them hitting the post and with Hazard missing a couple, but for me today, defensively, we were brilliant. You know, I've seen a stat before that stated Yerry Mina won 100% of his aerial battles in the air, and he had a 91% pass completion rate. I also seen another stat that said Jorginho only completed 90 passes in this game, and if you watched Jorginho previously this season, and if you've seen his stats this season, he's completing almost double that in a game. And you know, there's journalists on Twitter going, what was happening with Chelsea today? Jorginho wasn't, you know, playing enough passes, and N'Golo Kante was sloppy on the ball, this, that, and nobody really just said, actually, you know what, the common denominator of this is Chelsea were pressured by Everton, and they were put under pressure constantly all game by a team that play high pressing, counter-attacking football, and they done it well, and we did. That is an amazing point for Marco Silva. Marco Silva is now going in, I think there's an international break, and then he's going in to his next game, having gone to the best side we've faced so far this season and played very good football at their home ground and come away with an all-important point. Let's be honest, okay, we had chances to win and so did they, but at the end of the day, we didn't sit back for 90 minutes, we didn't park the bus, we went at them and we pressed them. We've done what we've done all season, and we made sure that we pressured Chelsea, and we made sure that they knew we were there, and we done it fantastically for me. Like I said before, you've had another performance by Idrissa Gana Gueye and Andre Gomez that is absolutely fantastic. The pair of them running the midfield, Gylfi Sigurdsson doing his bit as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we created enough, For Richarlison up front, I think Theo Walcott was a little bit sloppy at times, and I think it probably is the time now to give Ademola Lookman his opportunity. Lookman, when he come on, looked lively. He looked like he wanted to press. He looked like he wanted to get his opportunity, and he did. He went through a couple of defenders, and he was just a little bit unlucky that his touch dragged him a little bit further too forward. Otherwise, it would have been a fantastic opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. Bernard, very similar. He's showing signs. He's showing things that you go, when you are fully fit, you are going to be unreal. Andre Gomez is fully fit now, and we're reaping the benefits. He is a step above anybody else that we've got in that midfield area. You know, we had Tom Davies, who played well this season, and he's been very good for Everton, but he's not at that level that Andre Gomez is at, and I think it shows that as when we're going to teams like Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and we're holding ourselves up, we're playing good quick football. You know, we're not just sitting there and being afraid to attack and being afraid to, you know, be on the ball. We're on the ball and we're looking comfortable. Now, I haven't seen the stats, I don't know what the possession looks like, I don't know what the shots look like, blah 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 and all that, but if you watch that game, yeah, you probably will watch the second half and go, okay, Chelsea had more of the chance and maybe Everton held on a little bit at the end, but if you watch the first half, it was even as anything. And I think the referee helped them a lot. Don't get me wrong, I think Yerry Mina's yellow card is an absolute disgrace. He gets a yellow card for winning the ball. Again, watch this rule that, you know, you can go into a challenge, win the ball, but still come out with a free kick given against you and a yellow card because Eden Hazard's gone down and rolled around for a little bit. You know, what's this that, you know, Jorginho and Marcos Alonso can stamp on players and can put scissor challenges in and only get away with yellow cards? The Jorginho challenge is a red card, end of story. It's a red card. I think it was Jorginho, and it might have been Kovacic, but whoever it was, it's a red card challenge. It's on Gylfi Sigurdsson, it was. And I don't care, no way was it a yellow card. He scissors him, he goes right through him, it's disgusting. Marcos Alonso stamping down players again, the referee waving on, doesn't even give a foul. So we were on the back foot from the start and we done fantastically today. Marco Silva's Blues were brilliant for me, we were, and we've come away with a point that we've earned, and a point that, you know, you can look at and you can go, okay, you know, we're however many games, 12 games into Marco Silva's reign, and we're already playing football, we're already keeping our own against the top sides. And like I've said previously, I don't mind going to the top sides and, you know, losing by a goal and, you know, it being a dodgy decision, and, you know, as long as we can play the teams like Crystal Palace, Brighton, Fulham at home and win convincingly, then we've got, you know, we've got the leeway to go to teams like Chelsea, teams like Man United, teams like Arsenal, and have a little bit more time on the ball and, you know, try and play a little bit more acute, nice football. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We've built them points up against the poorer teams, so we can go and we can try things. And I think today we went and we give them the hardest game they've had this season. We give them the toughest challenge they've had this season, and we come away with it with an all-important draw for me. So yeah, Marco Silva coming away with a point at Stamford Bridge. If you see my instant match reaction, you'll see just how happy I was. A quick word on Chelsea. Like I said, they did have some opportunities in the final third. To be honest, I think Eden Hazard was a little bit sloppy today, but we done fantastically well. Jordan Pickford making some very important saves as well. Obviously, Ross Barkley come on and didn't do much. Tried an audacious shot from about 40 yards away. I think it was just to shut the Everton end up, but it didn't work because he hasn't got that quality in his game, let's be honest. But overall, for me, I think it was a fantastic performance by Everton. I think, you know, we've gone to a ground, like I said, against one of the top teams, and we've played nice, exciting football. And okay, it wasn't, you know, an amazing game, it wasn't full of goals, obviously it was a goalless draw, but we didn't go and we didn't turn over and we didn't park the bus for 90 minutes and hold on. Yet we might have held on in the last 10 minutes because that's where their quality, that's where their skill was shown in that final 10 minutes when they were creating opportunities. But for the majority of the game, we showed that we can play football at a high level, and we showed that we are a real threat to this top sort of six. And that, you know, that wasn't just a team that, you know, that wasn't a Chelsea team that are struggling this season and that are barely in the top six. That was an undefeated Chelsea team that are joint top of the league, or a couple of points behind top of the league, should I say, sorry. But yeah, for me, absolutely brilliant performance by the Blues. Maybe you're a little bit disappointed to not come away with a win, but for me, it was an all-important point, and it was definitely a point that we can look at and go, you know what, that was sound, that was a really good point. On to the next game now, and let's carry on this good form. So thank you very much for watching. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you as happy as me? Do you think that was a well fought point? Do you think we should have got more out of the game? Do you think the referee was as bad as I do. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What did you think of Yerry Mina's first full Premier League game? For me, I think he was brilliant, and I think Marco Silva now has a decision to make as to who comes in for him, whether, you know, Kurt Zouma comes in. And you know, it's Keane and Zouma who have been fantastic this season, whether Keane drops out maybe and Zouma and Mina get a go. But I think for a man that won 100% of his aerial battles and had a 91% completion rate in his, you know, let's be honest, his Premier League debut, disregarding the couple of minutes he got against Brighton, against one of the best teams in the league, an unbeaten team at their ground, I don't think you can sort of just disregard that. I think he was absolutely fantastic today. He was caught out a couple of times, you know, the Morata penalty decision, it's a dive, Morata dived, they're both all over each other, and the yellow card, like I've already mentioned, was a joke. But I think he played really, really well today, as did everybody else in an Everton shirt. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below, and thank you very much for watching. I'll have a FIFA episode out, I think, on Wednesday. I'm going to play about during the international break with the green screen and things like that, and talking about some more content. Obviously the stadium consultation is coming up soon, so we'll have a little discussion about that, as well as the new signings and just how impactful they have been on this squad. And I think it's quite clear in the fact of how we played today at Stamford Bridge against one of the best teams in the league, and as well as the fact that, you know, we played a friendly on Tuesday night in which none of the starting 11 that played today, other than Yerry Mina, played in that game. And you know, the team that did play in that game on Tuesday night was a team that, you know, a lot of them players are featured in the Premier League last season. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to check out my instant match reaction as well for a little bit more of an emotional one. It wasn't too emotional because it was a 0-0 and I think we played very well, but obviously it was just after the game, so I might have picked up on a couple of more things that I have in this video. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon on the Mighty Blues. Thank you very much for watching.